congratulations to Berkeley City College class of 2018. Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Peralta Community College District, Peralta College's Chancellor Joel C. Laguerre, and Berkeley City College faculty and staff, it is my pleasure to welcome you, the class of 2018, and your families and friends to this year's graduation. We are here to celebrate you, our graduates, and your accomplishments. You are here today because you chose and navigated a path that required hard work, persistence, and focus. This year, we will confer more than 1,155 degrees and certificates to 560 students. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the MC for tonight, our president of Berkeley City College, Dr. Rowena Toenig.
Congratulations, class of 2018. Let me hear you. Woo! So before I start my remarks, I'd like to welcome our president of the Peralta Community College District Board of Trustees, Meredith Brown, if she can come forward. So Meredith Brown is a partner in the Pleasanton Law Office of Atkinson and Andelson, Loya, Rude, and Romo. She has represented public agencies and private institutions for over 25 years. She has provided training on preventing and addressing sexual harassment to the state chairpersons for the Democratic Party at the National Conference of the Association of State Democratic Party Chairs in January 2018. She also prepared the draft resolution pledging support of all students regardless of immigration status, which was unanimously adopted by the Community College League of California with limited revision in November 2016, following the national president election. In January 2017, Ms. Brown drafted and delivered the first training on immigration in the educational setting for California community colleges in Sacramento and has provided similar training for community colleges on the national level at the American Community Colleges Trustee Conference in Las Vegas. She is the author of legal papers on deferred action for childhood arrivals and sanctuary jurisdictions, and provided training on immigration and public education for California County Offices of Education on a pro bono basis. Ms. Brown is also a partner in a law firm with a statewide presence which is recognized for its diversity. She is a graduate of Cornell University and Boston University School of Law. So please, with a round of applause, let us welcome President of the Board of Trustees, the Honorable Meredith Brown.
Thank you, thank you. Can't see you guys, but I feel the energy and it's great. So I apologize for having to cut out early. I've got a client meeting, a board meeting that I have to run to. Otherwise I would stay, but I'm gotta put in that time. So I appreciate your indulgence in allowing me to speak to you early. Good evening, Honorable Chancellor Laguerre, President Tomanig, Board of Trustees, and distinguished faculty and staff, and most of all, welcome and congratulations to the family and the friends and the graduating class of 2018. It is an honor to share this evening's celebration and triumph with you. Thank you for your passion for learning, and thank you for allowing us to serve you. My remarks tonight are words of greeting, but also encouragement. I welcome you and your friends and family to this celebration of your achievement, and I encourage you to continue your journey and your advancement for self-betterment, because each step you take in this journey not only transports you, but lifts up our community and our families. Kofi Annan, the Ghanaian diplomat who served as the 7th Secretary General of the United Nations, said, "Knowledge is power. Information is liberating, and education is the premise of progress in every society and every family." So what you have done today is carry your talent, of course, towards your achievement, but also I want to emphasize that each step you take lifts up not only us right now, but the future generations. So my thanks to you and my celebration and all of our celebration of you today is a generational celebration because you are the agents of change. Now, we know that the positive energy and change that you have accomplished, of course, is pragmatic in the sense that you've earned this illustrious degree. But also, we understand the meaning of that in terms of social justice, and your service to community and your preparedness has become even more exact by the diligence and persistence and resilience that it took for you to achieve this degree. And we know that humanity takes hope and courage in order to be our better selves. And that means to, of course, engage in difficult conversations and vote, and not retreat from your positions, but handle your conversations and your communications in a way that lifts us all up. So again, I thank you on behalf of Peralta, and I thank you again as a member of your community and as someone that's looking forward to you joining in with your new level of preparedness and energy towards helping us create a better society. And as we love to say here at Peralta, education is liberation. Congratulations to the class of 2018.
Thank you for those uplifting words, Trustee Brown. Graduates, we are honored that you chose to come to Berkeley City College, bringing with you your experiences, wisdom, and insights. Among you, we have students who have been offered admission to universities as close as UC Berkeley, CSU East Bay, Mills College, and as far away as Columbia University. Woo! In addition to those transferring to four-year universities, we have many who will go on right into their field of study or pursue their postgraduate degrees. Berkeley City College's mission to transform lives is evidenced every day in the work of our faculty, staff, and administrators. Your success is a realization of BCC's unified vision for our learning community. I would like to acknowledge and offer special thanks to BCC's 2018 Graduation Committee co-chairs, Andre Singleton and Gail Pendleton, and the rest of BCC's Graduation Committee, whose names can be found on the back of the program. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce our platform guests. Over to my left, we have members of the Board of Trustees, the Honorable William Bill Riley, Vice President of the Board, the Honorable Linda Handy, the Honorable Nikki Gonzalez-Yuen, the Honorable Karen Weinstein, and from the Peralta Community College District, Dr. Joelle C. Laguerre, Chancellor. To my right, Dr. Siri Brown, Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs. And Dr. Deborah Jones, Interim Associate Vice Chancellor, Workforce Development and Continuing Education. Our keynote speaker, Mr. Sal Castaneda. And our distinguished administrators, faculty, and staff, if you could also please rise so we could recognize you. We know you will continue your education throughout your life. Feminist philosopher and activist Grace Lee Boggs once said, quote, "Keep recognizing that reality is changing and that your ideas have to change. Don't get stuck in old ideas," unquote. You are the ones who will lead our community, our region, our state, and our country with vision and passion, and with compassion for one another. I applaud your talents of perseverance, will, and intelligence, traits that all of you have demonstrated through juggling daily work, countless hours of homework, among equally countless hours of employment, raising families, cultivating extended family, and trying to maintain a social life. What's more, each of you have worked collaboratively at BCC with those different from yourselves, from different countries, from different cultures, and different languages. You have learned to celebrate each other and our common humanity. Collaboration, appreciation, and respect for diversity are precisely what we need in the United States of America today, and even more so when the politics of hatred in the nation continue to threaten the hopes of those graduating today, among them undocumented, LGBTQ, Black, and brown peoples. Cesar Chavez, labor leader and civil rights activist, stated, quote, "We cannot seek achievement for ourselves and forget about progress and prosperity for our community. Our ambitions must be broad enough to include the aspirations and needs of others for their sakes and for our own," unquote. His words remind us that you, all of us, can advocate for ourselves and for our communities. Now, to give us greetings from the Associated Students of Berkeley City College, I'd like to welcome to the podium Adris Vartaresian Brahmed.
How's everybody doing? It's an honor to be here. Here we are, the result of 4 billion years of evolution. Only one of millions of species to have participated in the prolific history of this planet. As I speak, we're moving 18.5 miles per second through the nothingness that is the universe, propelled by forces we don't really understand, around a giant ball of helium and hydrogen. When we zoom out and realize how insignificant we are in the grand scheme of things, none of this actually matters. But as we zoom back in, we realize that somehow, unlike every other species on this planet, we do matter, our destinies matter, and the way we spend our time on this planet matters. Although time is infinite, the amount we are given to work with is rather brief, if you ask me. For this reason alone, I remind you all that it is imperative you do not waste your time. Ironically, the first half of my tenure here at Berkeley City College consisted of me, well, mostly wasting my time. Running into class with Starbucks in hand, only to leave campus as soon as I got the opportunity to go home and play my Xbox. My grades suffered, my social life was non-existent, and my admiration for higher education was at an all-time low. It wasn't until I made the conscious effort to improve my own situation, through the remarkable phenomena that is community, that my academic career and social life began to flourish. Through joining a club and student government, I finally felt comfortable, even enthusiastic, to be on campus and be part of something bigger than myself. This unique sense of camaraderie that we harbor here is one that I encourage all of you to consciously practice at your next institution. There's an ancient African proverb that goes something like this: cross the river in a crowd, and the crocodile won't eat you. Through cooperation alone, we may find that our goals are more attainable than we once perceived. It's crucial, even for someone as introverted as myself, to network with, to learn from, and to appreciate the various forms of humanity in which we are surrounded by on a daily basis. Thank you.
So now it is my pleasure to introduce our chancellor for the Peralta Community College District, Dr. Joel C. Laguerre. His leadership and strong commitment to our students, our faculty, and our staff has inspired all of us to continue to transform the Peralta colleges into one of the finest community college systems in the nation. A native of Haiti, Dr. Laguerre began his tenure as chancellor of the Peralta Community College District in July of 2015. He holds a PhD in educational leadership for college and university administration, a Master's of Science in Education in School Administration, and a Master's of Arts in French Literature from the University of Kansas. Please welcome Chancellor Joel Laguerre.
Greetings to the supporters of our graduates of the class of 2018. I went to Heart and Soul Church on Sunday, and they had some quotes, and I stole one from there that I want to use tonight. It says, "In every moment, there is the possibility of a better future, but you people won't believe it. And because you won't believe it, you won't do what is necessary to make it a reality." Our graduates captivated that moment, and they are living this future right now. The question is, how about many of you who know you should be pursuing a college education and have not taken the advantage of the same opportunities our graduates have? To you, the quote applies. You have a future waiting for you at Berkeley City College or at one of the colleges of Peralta system. Please, believe it and take the step today. Many of us can help you get there, or your favorite graduate can help you get there. There is a little secret in California that I would like to share with you. That is, if you are someone graduating from high school this year, the state of California will pay 1 year of your tuition. You don't have to pay anything. To make it better, they're going to add a summer to it. And if you are part of the Berkeley Promise, Berkeley City College will add a semester to that. And with federal aid, you may not have to pay anything at all to go to college. So any of us who know anyone who's graduating from high school in California, we can give them the best gift that one can give someone, which is the hope of going to college. So we hope that you will join us to make sure that every high school graduate knows that they can do this. Graduates, you knew that there was a possibility for a better future, and you believed it. Because you believed it, you did what was necessary, and here you are today. And I want to say congratulations to you. There is an even better and brighter future waiting for you. You often do not know, or we often do not know how to get there. So I'd like to invite you to do like Violet Henderson or Alessandra Chimetti. One of them heard me speaking at her church about going to college. And what I shared is that I never left college until I was completely done, even if I took only one course every semester. And I did it after 30 years, I got my doctorate. That does include first grade, which I quickly flunked. But at 37 or 38, I finished my doctorate. And what I said to myself is that I was going to be 37 or 38 anyway, so I may as well get my doctorate while I'm that age by taking one course every semester than not doing it at all. For you too, there is that future that is waiting for you. Violet Henderson graduated from Merritt College last night, and she told me after the ceremony that she has already enrolled at UC Berkeley and is pursuing her bachelor's degree. Today, you have achieved this dream, but there are many others to discover. If you have no role model or mentor, just look up to one of us. We will be that role model for you and that mentor for you. So graduates, go forth and claim that much better future waiting for you to discover. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Laguerre. Now, for this year's Faculty Senate, the greeting comes from Skylar Barton. Will you please come forward?
Thank you. One day I do hope to be called up here as the Honorable Skylar Barton, but I'll take Skylar Barton for now. So first I'd like to acknowledge the family, friends, and loved ones of our graduates, because without you, this night would not be possible, and I'd be speaking to an empty audience, which would be pretty boring. 2018 graduates, this is your night. Yeah. I urge you to listen fast, because they only gave me 2 minutes, and I'm down to like 95 seconds. So from what I can gather, graduates, you didn't enter Berkeley City College intending to leave as an average scholar, or else you might have joined an average institution, maybe one with grass lawns and trees on campus or sports teams or whatnot, but you joined a beautiful building and a half and a book as a mascot. But an institution that transforms lives. So perhaps tonight, is reflection of like a ending of a chapter of that book. Culmination of tremendous hard work and effort, countless hours of studying, commuting, dishing out funds for parking, BART, etc., juggling family commitments, work, internships, homework assignments, readings, papers, eating on a budget, preparing for presentations, and studying for exams. I told you, listen fast, down to 60 seconds. Graduates, I encourage you to never forget this grind. Never settle for anything less than what you earned and deserve. You are special, own it. Number 2, be bold and confident enough to create unrealistic ideas and have unrealistic expectations for yourselves. Thinking outside the box is often what is necessary to create positive change. I do believe many of us in here acknowledge that our society welcomes some positive change today. 3, I especially want to emphasize teamwork and family. None of us would be here today without the support of our teams. Your teams consist of family, friends, and loved ones who are there by your sides to help push you forward. Bottom line is this: we would never be where we are today. None of us would be where we are today without the support of our teammates. Michael Jordan said it best: individuals can win games, teams win championships. So I ask you, Splash Brothers, Draymond, KD, or maybe Russell Westbrook watching the Dubs on TV? Right. We also need sheroes and heroes. Who needs a hero? You need a hero. Look in the mirror. There go your hero. Kendrick Lamar, Black Panther shout out. Kendrick Lamar also says, sit down and be humble. And I do believe in humility, believe it or not. There's a time and a place to be humble. But tonight, I urge you to stand up and unite and be the positive change agents our community and your communities need and deserve. Why you, why us, why now? I say UNIT, why not? Just some food for thought. Remember the grind. Remember where you came from. Remember where you're going. Unite and ignite with one another. Dream big, don't settle. We believe in you, believe in yourselves, and believe in one another. Follow your hearts, follow your dreams, follow your passions. 2018 graduates, we salute you. Much love and respect. Congratulations.
Thank you, MC Sky B. So now I'd like to come forward Dolores Harshaw, who will be giving our classified greeting for this evening.
Good evening. My name is Dolores Harshaw. I'm a staff assistant with programs and services for students with disabilities. I came to Berkeley City College to take a Spanish class. I ended up enrolling full-time. What I thought would be a quick 2-year education resulted in being introduced into a beautiful community. I worked in several departments at Berkeley City, including one being the temporary staff assistant to the Vice President of Student Services. I began to feel sick while I was working there, and I dropped my classes thinking I'd taken on too much, working, being a full-time student. When the job ended, I realized my health had gotten much worse. In March 2008, I was diagnosed with cancer. Cancer can be a lonely place. I didn't see my school friends. I was determined to return, but I didn't know how long it would take. When I did return to school, I was so touched at how shaken others were when they found out about my illness and how they celebrated my recovery. I realized the power of community, my community. I graduated May 2011. So much for that 2-year education. I transferred to San Francisco State, but I didn't leave Berkeley City College. I began working in the disability office where, of all the departments I've been a part of, this is the most appropriate and inspiring. I know the struggles of being a student and having a disability. So when a student comes to me and says, "You just don't understand," I tell them I do, and I share my story. My mind, body, and spirit are strong. I now know that reaching out to others takes reaching within ourselves. It's then that we embrace the unity in our community. From all the classified staff at Berkeley City College, congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dolores. And now Chancellor Laguerre and I will be presenting our President's Medallion awardee and Chancellor's Trophy Award recipient.
We're going to recognize today Merhawit Temeskin. Would you come forward? She will receive both the President's Medallion, the President's Trophy Medallion Award, and then the Chancellor's Trophy, which is my trophy that I'm going to give to you. Merhawit is an Eritrean refugee who came from Kenya to the United States in July of 2014. She will be transferring to UC Berkeley as a computer science major in the fall where she plans to complete her bachelor's degree and then pursue her PhD in artificial intelligence before she's 37 or 38. Her main goal is to have a positive impact in the world as a female software engineer by creating software that makes people's lives easier. In the summer of 2017, she had the honor of participating in the Transfer to Excellence undergraduate program at UC Berkeley, which gave her the opportunity to work alongside engineers. In addition to her studies, she's an active member of the Sunday School Leadership Program at the Medhani Alam Eritrean Orthodox Church. There, she serves the community by tutoring students grades 6 through 12 and caring for the elderly. She pursues service because she wants to be a change agent in her community by empowering others and soaring academically. It is my pleasure to award the 2018 Medallion and Chancellor Trophy Award to Mehawit Temeskin.
Now, I ask that our valedictorian, Sabrina Sellers, come forward. Sabrina Sellers, valedictorian of BCC's class of 2018, came to the Bay via Los Angeles to dance, and in the process discovered the beauty of Berkeley City College. During her time here, she has been involved in the Sociology Club, the Black Student Union, student ambassadors, and associated students of Berkeley City College. She is beyond honored to represent this graduating class as valedictorian. And for her, this honor is for all the women and femmes of color pursuing their education and challenging the status quo, for her mother, and most of all, for her dad. After completing her Associates in Arts for Transfer degree in sociology, Sabrina will be continuing this fall at UC Berkeley with the UC Regent Scholarship. Sabrina.
Hi. Good evening, graduates, family and friends, and congratulations to the class of 2018. Some of you may know me as that one girl from the desk, or some of you know me as that one girl who tried to aggressively get you to sign her elevator petition. But for those of you who don't, I am Sabrina, and I am very honored to be your valedictorian. When I first came to BCC, I had just left my lifelong journey of becoming a professional dancer after a spine injury, and I wasn't really sure where this experience would take me, but I knew that I wanted to focus on social justice and eventually transfer, so BCC seemed like the perfect fit. Along my 2-year journey, I joined the Sociology Club, where I organized the first Trump student teach-in in response to our changing political climate. I found my family in the Black Student Union, where I loved being Black. And this past year, I got to know and serve all of you as a member of ASBCC and a student ambassador. In these past 2 years, I've learned many lessons from the classes I've taken, but my greatest lessons have come from you all. Interacting with you on a daily basis has taught me the beauty of community college and how it serves those of us who may not be able to or want to take the traditional pathways that society lays out for us as far as education goes. We, the graduating class of 2018, make up so many types of students. We are working adults, parents, formerly incarcerated, reentry and career changers. We are a student body from various ethnic backgrounds and political, social, gender identities, and so much more that would take all day to list. But the point is, we are an immensely diverse and talented group who has completed this goal on a long list of many. Not only do I want to say congratulations, but I want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to better understand how to become and serve you as a student leader, and thank you for inspiring me to pursue my life's work around equity and social justice. You have shown me what hard work is like under so many circumstances that I myself could not imagine, and I am in awe of your perseverance towards this moment. Like you, I get my perseverance from those people who are most important in my life. Whether it's family or friends, we all have a support system, past and present, that we should stand on the shoulders of. When my mother was in high school, she emigrated from India to the United States in pursuit of the American dream. After starting as a check teller at a bank, she knew that in order to move up in her job to support a family, she had to get her AA degree. So she enrolled at her local community college. in Los Angeles and completed her associate's degree in business admin. She hoped to transfer to complete her BA, but unfortunately passed away at the age of 48. I am so proud to say that I'm picking up where she left off, having completed my AA here at BCC, and I'm making my way to UC Berkeley as a Regent Scholar. As we move on to these next goals, I hope that we remember this community that has gotten us to this point, whether it's parents, faculty, staff, coworkers, spouses, children, or that random person who shared their notes with you in class. We have made it here to this moment, and that's something to be proud of and cherish. Some of us are transferring, some of us are entering the workplace, and some aren't really sure where life's going to take them. But we've all been connected in this journey. To the class of 2018, I hope that you never forget this community and know that BCC is always a place that you can call home. Congratulations.
Thank you for the powerful words, Sabrina. Now I'd like to welcome our keynote speaker, Mr. Sal Castaneda. Woo! Sal Castaneda is an award-winning journalist and currently a news and traffic anchor and reporter at KTVU Television in Oakland. During Sal's career at KTVU, his work has been recognized numerous times, including winning an Emmy Award for his reporting during the Napa earthquake in 2014. Before television, Sal worked in Bay Area radio as a news, sports, and traffic reporter. His first paid assignment was when he wrote for the Daily Californian, the Cal student newspaper. He has also worked as a professional photographer and DJ in the Bay Area. Born in San Francisco, Sal is a lifelong Bay Area native and received a bachelor's degree in political science from the University of California at Berkeley. So please help me give a warm welcome to Mr. Sal Castaneda.
Thank you, President. I'm going to keep this somewhat short because I know you all have celebrations. I remember my graduation night. You have it all planned? I bet you do. Greetings to the graduation candidates, the distinguished faculty, the trustees and friends, and good evening to all of you, class of 2018. I know this is going to be one of the most memorable days of your life. My name is Sal Castaneda. I'm a TV reporter, a father, a husband, and a very proud college graduate. I'd like to think it wasn't too long since I graduated from college, although I'm kidding myself. Someone was giving me a little bit of grief about that a little earlier. I attended school right here at UC Berkeley, and I remember my very first day, and I remember my very last day. The rest of it is kind of a blur in between. Getting an education for me was life-changing. Not so much for what I learned, but for what I showed myself, and I submit to you that when you get an education, you are showing yourself something. For me, attending a university is something my parents never had the privilege of doing. In those days of our family, a college education was something for the wealthy who didn't have to support themselves right after high school, which was not our situation at the time. My mom and my dad both got jobs in San Francisco and worked to support the young family, which would include me, my brother, and my sister. There's no shame in that, of course. And there still isn't. Working hard is something to be admired, and my parents are two people I still admire today for a lot of things, but one of them is hard work, certainly. But this short talk I'm giving to you is not so much about my circumstances, it is about community. You see, my parents were part of a vibrant Latino community in San Francisco. The community was very close, perhaps because in those days the Mission District where I grew up was mostly Latino and had seen that people were unified in one goal, and that was betterment. So even though my parents didn't have the opportunity for a college education, they did, however, understand the value of a good education and started talking about the importance of school from a very early age. And they had help and from the unified message that was presented to me by my community. Now, this was no small feat. Somehow everyone was giving me, a young boy, the same message. From grandparents, uncles, and friends, the mailman, all said the same thing: study hard and you'll get far. When my parents were at work, it was my grandfather and my grandmother who took care of us. We learned from them the importance of family, of pride, and of unity. Later, as a political science student at UC Berkeley, I learned the importance of staying on message. That was the key that they taught you here during the political science program. Staying on message. It works during political campaigns. All the good politicians do it. The rationale is if you keep repeating the same thing, soon it will start to sink in. So when I talk about staying on message, I know how incredibly lucky I was to be from a community that stayed on message. Working hard, staying united, helping others within the community. Now, as a young boy, this was astonishing to me. I often wondered how was it that my parents managed to get everyone who spoke to me, even when they weren't around, how important school was. And later I realized it wasn't only my parents and my family who did this. It was the community that I grew up in. That was the power of the community I grew up in. The community was itself staying on message. By the way, the community I grew up in was not a wealthy one. It wasn't a community with a lot of political power at the time. It wasn't a community with a lot of connections, at City Hall. But one thing we did have was we were unified. If I was walking down the street and happened to misbehave, which of course never happened, there was always someone there who got me back in line, whose voice sounded a lot like my grandfather or my aunt or someone. My abuelita, maybe a tío I didn't know I had until that very moment. So my parents were incredibly lucky to have help from a community that shared the same goals. This gave my parents the opportunity to personally nurture us without having us leave the house and receive a conflicting message. Imagine if all the good you did at home with your children was immediately contradicted as soon as they left the house. Of course, this message can be applied to you, your friends, and your community. Your community doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be rich. And if you find there is no community where you are, you may decide to start a community of your own. You are graduating in 2018. You might think all of this talk of community is fine, but how does it apply to stepping out into the real world in 2018? I'm here to say that right now, more than ever, it's important that you go back to your communities and you show them how it's done. We need this from you right now, the next generation. When you see a young person out there in your neighborhood, at your church, at your community center, wherever you may find them, offer some guidance. I know that's hard to do, and sometimes you won't have a chance to personally speak to everyone in your neighborhood. This is where just leading by example may be enough. One of the best ways I learned was by watching others. Fortunately, I had others to watch who were doing great things. It is, of course, worth remembering that you will fail sometimes. I don't have to tell college students about failure, right? That's part of life, too. Remember, your failures will often teach you as much as your successes. How you react when you fail will tell you a lot about yourself. Will you dust yourself off and try again? That's from a song. Also, remember, there is nothing embarrassing about asking for help when you need it. This is where your community will help you. And this is where you can give back to your community. And you should know that sometimes people will tell you that you can't. I remember one of my early bosses telling me that perhaps I should pick a different career because he said he didn't think I could make it far in this one. I can't tell you how much that motivated me. That's right, it motivated me. I almost want to find that man and say, hey, thank you. But I'm going to sit down and be humble. Use your failures to learn something. Use your detractors to give you motivation. Take pride in being calm when everyone else is losing it. And own it when you walk into the room. You're all here because you're about to graduate. You've shown yourself and your college that you can study a prescribed curriculum and meet all the requirements while doing so. You have accomplished something. So, I want to give you a proper shout out for being college graduates. I know that this was a huge night in my life. I still remember it when I was wearing this gown and my parents were in the audience. I hope that you're having a great night. Take a lot of pictures and savor the moment. And congratulations to the class of 2018.
Thank you, Sal, for those encouraging words to our graduates. And now we have a short performance by PUSH. PUSH, which stands for Pray Until Something Happens, is a band originating in the Bay Area. The band consists of 6 members: KJ Focus on saxophone, RTV on keyboard, Quinn Montero on drums, Anthony Branch on bass, Ashanti Johnson, vocalist, and Just Diz, rapper. They met during a rehearsal for Just Diz's performance, and from the first meeting, they instantly clicked and knew that they were supposed to make music together. So now let's give them a warm welcome and hear the experience of PUSH.
Hold up. I thought somebody was graduating tonight. Who graduating up in here?
You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Picket lines and picket signs, don't punish me with brutality. Come on, talk to me so we can see, oh, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Give it up for our saxophonist. You are very special. You're special too. And everyone is special.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Is the graduates in the building right now? Make some noise. Put your hands in the air. Look, hey, put your hands in the air. Okay, hey, put your hands in the air. Oh, hey, put your hands in the air. And say, we about to take it to the moon.
We gon' take 'em to the stars.
Hey, we about to take it to the moon.
We gon' take 'em to the, we gon' take 'em to the, we gon' take 'em to the,
Take it to the moon.
we gon' take 'em to the stars.
Yeah, yeah, we about to take it to the moon.
We gon'
Hey,
take 'em to the stars.
look, graduates, look, I know y'all couldn't wait for the day that y'all would graduate. Hey, y'all probably picked some habits up like hanging out, not sleeping enough, but okay, family here, so I keep quiet about it. The mission was to leave the campus better than you found it. And through the classes, I hope you are inspired. Y'all can't stop here, y'all gotta take it higher. Y'all gonna take it to the moon. Y'all gonna take it to the
stars.
Y'all say it with me, I'm gonna be like, is y'all gonna take it to the moon? Y'all say, nah, we about to take it to the.
We gon' take 'em to the, we
I feel
gon'
you.
take 'em
Are
to
y'all
the,
gonna take it to the moon? Nah, y'all about
gon'
to.
take it to the stars.
Say it with me now. Is y'all gonna take it to the moon? Nah, y'all about
Gon'
to.
take it to the stars.
I ain't heard y'all. Is y'all gonna take it to the moon? Say nah. Look, hold up. Is y'all gonna take it to the moon? Nah, y'all about
Gon'
to.
take it to the stars. Yeah.
Is y'all gonna take it to the moon? Nah, y'all about to.
Take it to the stars.
One last time. Y'all gonna take it to the moon? Nah, y'all about to.
Take it to the stars. Yeah.
Hey, shout out. Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations, class of 2018. We have Anthony on bass, Quinn on drums. Thank you.
So now is the moment you've all been waiting for. Woo! Vice President of Instruction, Cooney Hay, please come forward.
The candidates for the degrees and certificates in the programs of Berkeley City College will rise and remain standing as able. President Tomaneng, on behalf of the faculty and staff at Berkeley City College, it gives us great pleasure to present to you the candidates for associate degrees and certificates, and we ask that you welcome them into the company of college graduates.
Thank you, VPI Hay. By the authority vested in me by the Peralta College Board of Trustees and the Board of Governors of the State of California, I confer upon you the degrees of Associate in Arts, Associate in Sciences, Associate Degrees for Transfer, Certificates of Achievement, and Certificates of Proficiency. Congratulations, class of 2018.